The 15-year-old boy who allegedly shot and killed a classmate and wounded 3 girls at a Washington State high school on Wednesday recorded himself simulating shootings on his own YouTube page and was known to post violence-inspired messages on social media. Authorities allege that Caleb Sharp, a student who shot 4 people at Freeman High School in Rockford, Washington on Wednesday, killed a fellow student who attempted to stop him and wounded 3 others before a staffer heroically stopped him. Spokane County Sheriff Ozzie Nesevich said the alleged shooter came to Freeman High School armed with 2 weapons, and one jammed when he tried to fire it. The sheriff says a student approached Sharp and attempted to block him before he was shot and killed. The heroic victim has been identified as Sam Strahan. Strahan died of a gunshot wound to the head. Nesevich says Sharp then shot 3 additional students, all of them girls, before a school staff member stopped him. The sheriff called it a courageous action by the staffer. The 3 wounded students were rushed to hospital and are expected to survive. Nesevich says no officers fired their weapons and Sharp had been disabled by the time officers arrived. Nesevich says Sharp is in the county's juvenile jail. Another student, 15-year-old Michael Harper, says Sharp is a classmate. Harper told the Associated Press that Sharp had long been obsessed with past school shootings. He says he saw Sharp at school with a duffel bag. Harper, a sophomore, said Sharp had brought notes to school in the beginning of the year, saying he might get killed or jailed. The teen said Sharp wasn't bullied, calling him nice and funny and weird. He was weird, Harper said. And he loved the show Breaking Bad. He never really seemed like that person who had issues. He was always nice and funny and weird. He said Sharp had been watching documentaries about other school shootings before Wednesday's incident. One of my best friends brought a gun in a duffel bag to school and I guess 3 people were shot and 1 was killed and we all hid in the corner of our homeroom, Harper said. We were all crying and texting. We heard the gunshot and heard everyone running and screaming. Other students said Sharp was passing out notes saying he was planning on doing something stupid that could get him killed. One student said Sharp sent him photographs of a school shooting documentary he'd been watching recently but that he never imagined he would ever commit such violence. I was thinking that maybe it wasn't my friend, but then I had an idea it was all the documentaries he's been watching and thinking he sent me a picture on Snapchat when we were talking and it was a documentary and I was like, there's no way he could do this. Now I'm thinking he might actually have gone through with it. The shooting sent worried parents to the school in a frenzied rush, authorities said. Brian Schaefer of the Spokane Fire Department said the shooting was especially hard for first responders, many of whom have children at the school. A 2-lane road into the community of about 500 people near the Idaho border was clogged with vehicles. Some people abandoned their cars on the street to make it to their children. Cheryl Moser said her son, a freshman at Freeman High School, called her from a classroom after hearing shots fired. He called me and said, "Mom, there are gunshots." He sounded so scared. I've never heard him like that, Moser told a Spokesman Review newspaper. You never think about something happening like this at a small school. Providence Sacred Heart Medical Center and Children's Hospital received 3 pediatric patients, spokeswoman Nicole Stewart said. They were in stable condition and surrounded by family, she said. Authorities didn't immediately release the ages of the victims. Stephanie Lucia told the Associated Press that she was relieved to hear her son was safe after his high school near Freeman was put on lockdown. She commended the school district for its communication. It's been amazing. Within probably 15 to 20 minutes of hearing about it, I'd already received a phone call. I'd already received a text message saying that their school is okay, she said. She's still worried for others she knew, including a coworker who had yet to hear from her son, a sophomore at Freeman. My stomach's in knots right now, she said. Governor Jay Inslee said in a statement that all Washingtonians are thinking of the victims and their families, and are grateful for the service of school staff and first responders working to keep our students safe.